Good morning everybody and welcome to Region Freedom, the online internet video game TV show that plays games that never made their way to the West. Today's feature, Piposaru ni Senichi, a video game about vacuuming monkey pants. I know the concept of this game is probably making your head explode and you desperately need more information to survive, but we'll have to get the basics out of the way first. Piposaru ni Senichi, which will henceforth be called Piposaru 2001, released on July 5th, 2001, making it the second game in the Saru Getchu franchise, which you know of in the West as Ape Escape. The first game was a collectathon platformer where the player uses a variety of fancy gadgets controlled with the right analog stick to catch a bunch of mischievous monkeys led by the smartest monkey of all, Spectre. Rather than just take the original game's concept and expand on it, this game decided to go in a completely different direction, as if that wasn't obvious enough. Apparently, focus groups determined vacuuming monkey pants wasn't the hippiness toppinest pastime for American youth, so this spin-off was abandoned and has remained Japan exclusive to this very day. Shortly after the events of the first game, Spectre seems to be behaving himself and the monkeys are temporarily staying at the professor's lab while Monkey Park undergoes renovations. Rather than actually take care of the monkeys like a responsible adult, the professor makes Natsumi upload them into virtual space where they'll be able to run around and do monkey mischief to their heart's content. But then comes the most shocking phone call. Monkey Park is concerned for the monkeys' hygiene and wants him to wash all the monkey pants. But the monkeys are already scattered around virtual space. What kind of a loser would spend his entire day collecting monkey pants? Right on cue, player avatar and resident loser Kakeru walks in at exactly the wrong moment and is forced against his will to do the laundry for an entire friggin' zoo. And that zoo isn't gonna smell spring breeze fresh without a fight. Spectre doesn't take kindly to your wanton disregard for the monkey's personal space and is gonna do everything in his power to keep their pants on. Collecting all those monkey pants by hand would, of course, be both unsanitary and dangerous. Standard protocol requires you use the professor's incredible new gadget, the New Getcha. It might look to you like it's just a really big handheld vacuum. It is. Walk up to a monkey, hold the button for a second, and the monkey's pants will slip right off. To complete a stage, you must collect absolutely every pair of pants and deliver them to the teleporter, which ever so coincidentally looks like a washing machine. You might have noticed I said you press a button. Unlike the first game, Piposaru uses something closer to a traditional control scheme, played almost entirely with standard button presses. However, power-ups called MDs can be aimed and thrown with the right analog stick. These do things like attracting all monkeys, allowing you to temporarily control monkeys, or just violently exploding. And I know what you're thinking, but don't worry, the monkey's pants will be completely unharmed. Unfortunately, the monkeys don't see as much value in personal hygiene as you do, so once de-pants, they'll give chase and try to take them back. In what some extraordinarily messed up legal systems might call self-defense, you can also use the New Getcha to suspend monkeys in the air and reverse suction to send them flying into the stratosphere. As an added bonus, the pants of any monkey hit by a monkey rocket will fly directly into your inventory, allowing skilled players to collect pants long distance. And such showing off is actually recommended. While the first game was an explorative collectathon, this game is structured more like Time Attack mode, with short stages that encourage you to replay to find the most efficient speedrunning strategy. You won't actually lose when the timer runs out, but you will enter sudden death, setting your HP to 1. Get hit even once and it's all over. After transmitting your pants, you'll get a letter grade based on time spent and up to 2 golden pants for never hitting timeout and transmitting all pants in one load. All 3 of these are tracked on the world map, providing a clear goal for every completionist. Beat every stage with an S rank without timeout and all in a single delivery for a perfect clear. There are generally 4 or 5 stages before each boss fight, though it's not quite that clear cut. There are split paths, each with their own native monkey types and a different battle with Spectre at the end. Each monkey type lends towards totally different stage design. For example, scuba monkeys can swim at rapid speed but can't walk to save their life, so the levels are designed around leading them to dry land, lowering the water level so there's nowhere to swim at all, or luring them into a whirlpool. Once again, do not worry, pants don't need to breathe. Particularly memorable are the zombie monkeys. While wearing pants, they hide inside coffins and vulnerable to the New Getcha. You have to blast them out with bombs or monkey rockets. The levels featuring them are among the most difficult to S-rank, requiring you have proper knowledge of the play area to take the shortest route and fewest trips possible to bowl them all down. Being the ultimate monkey, Spectre doesn't just wear one pair of pants, he wears a gigantic clothesline's worth, trailing them around the entire stage.
It's called strategy. Strategy.
You have to break the chain with bombs or fire a monkey rocket directly at Spectre's face. These fights also house the best moments in the game, where Kakeru and Spectre clash personalities and argue over proper hygiene and inalienable pants-given rights. This is a video game in which characters have a philosophical debate over whether or not pants are the future before engaging in an explosive winner-take-all tug-of-war battle to finally decide who owns all the pants and therefore whose cause is righteous. In other words, this game is awesome. It's also weirdly morally gray, like I'm on Spectre's side here. Even if we give the protagonist the benefit of the doubt and accept that the monkeys don't know any better and need violent assistance to wash their pants, Spectre is a proven ultra super genius ex-king of the planet Earth. What kind of credentials does this 4th grader have to tell him what to do with his own pants? I don't care what brand of laundry soap you use, kid, there are some boundaries you just don't cross, and all of them are pants. Thankfully, Kakeru isn't a total monster. After defeating Spectre, you don't just leave all those pantless monkeys sitting in a barrel. They're dropped off at the Monkey Onsen, which doubles as your reward for S ranks. Every S rank adds one more monkey to the Onsen, eventually filling it with a lively scene where you can observe and listen to the monkeys' interactions and internal thoughts. And yes, the first thing the devs thought of as a reward for vacuuming monkey pants was spying on the monkeys as they bathe. After beating the Monkey Course, Human Course, and Professor Course, Spectre will invite you to the ultimate final battle, the Spectre Course, home to tank monkeys. These guys share the zombies' immunity to the new Getcha while still being able to follow and attack with mini monkey bombs. If you really want to show Spectre the value of personal hygiene, you'll need to dismantle them all, and a little surprise at the end. The successor to Ape Escape's final boss, the Gorilla-iac Armor 2. And no, it doesn't wear a giant pair of metal monkey pants, that would have been too awesome. After blowing it up, you'll finally learn Spectre's true motivation, putting the entire game's conflict into perspective. He really likes his pants. That's it. With Spectre de-pantsed, he finally gives up and everybody joins together in the true hardest mission in the game, actually washing every single pair of pants. But it doesn't actually end there. Once you've collected 100% of the pants, you'll get a shocking surprise on your save file.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? I'm gonna make him give back our past.
The static monitor in the training room will reveal itself as Expert Mode, a backup of virtual space the professor's been keeping secret that still has an entire game's worth of unwashed monkey pants. For true completion, you need to play every single level once again. But this time, it's not gonna be so easy. I was even thinking on my original playthrough how much of a shame it was that the levels rarely push the player to play well in order to get the S rank time. Expert Mode answers that prayer. Levels have been reworked with stricter time requirements and trickier layouts. Collecting pants long distance with monkey rockets isn't just a good idea now, the game is outright designed to require it. You also might notice there's a few cosmetic differences. Charu cameos in the same role she has in the first game on the informational screens before and after stages, and Kakeru is now color swapped with a blue t-shirt. It might look a little familiar even if you've never played this game. Jury's out on whether or not these were intentionally references or just a coincidence, but blue shirt Kakeru reappears in a couple future games. Though we may never have gotten this game in the West, its legacy lives on. Ape Escape 2 begins with the improper shipment of newly designed monkey pants, likely replacements for all the pants we just spent an entire game vacuuming up, and Pumpkin Prime brings back the concept of virtual space for its virtual world setting. As for my personal opinion on the game, it's not quite as well designed as I'd hope. The controls feel pretty awkward, the Spectre boss fights are all basically identical and not that interesting in the first place, plus the final level demonstrates the devs didn't really know how to finish the game, with platforming segments that consist entirely of walking past enemies for 5 minutes. All the pants collecting levels, however, are super fun arcade-style mini-collectathons, and the ludicrously stupid premise makes the entire experience worth it. I give Piposaru 2001 a score of 3 out of 5. If you're interested in playing the game yourself, it's unfortunately never been released past the PlayStation 2, which is region-locked, so there's no official way to play the game without a Japanese PS2 or backwards-compatible Japanese PS3. However, the game itself is relatively cheap. As for the play experience, I do recommend having at least a small familiarity with Japanese vocabulary, since some of the game mechanics aren't necessarily obvious at first glance. But I think even without any Japanese knowledge, you should be able to figure it out with some trial and error. However, you will be missing out on some hilariously stupid dialogue. I also absolutely cannot end this video without mentioning the McDonald's promotion. The McDonald's Corporation seriously thought that this, the video game about vacuuming monkey pants, was their golden opportunity to win the the hearts of the children, releasing a demo disc featuring sections of both Piposaru 2001 and Parappa the Rapper 2, slightly altered to have burgers inconspicuously floating in the background. Classy. It also has a live-action dance party video featuring totally normal human beings dancing in New York City directly next to the most obviously fake Piposaru mascot. This exists, and it's amazing. Special thanks to all Patreon backers, including Andrew Seibert, Mrs. Seckman, Quotes Terrible, Bedside Manor, Leslam, RB Drox, On Zero, Mr. Harry Wonka, Alexander Botkin, Chris Nate, Anu, Akrira, Jez, Chosen Muffin, Zainavane, PCR Main Sound, Vincent Hall, the bass singer, Vincent YT, Yellow Alert, Onon42, Alex Nelson, Pepsi Man EXE, I'm Justin, the Quacky Gamer, Chocolate Boy 97, Bainbridge, Kazoy, Pencil Twist, Luminescent Dragon, Jason Ilges, Baxoid, Liddy Kitty, Z-Master, Jace Harsh, Lively Leader, Endless Happy, Praetor, Zavi G, Isaac, Mikey Parker, William Cord, Vaith. Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal. Lane Robert Leishman, Rory Kelly, Ashley Ashuri, Goopy Fella, Games Freak SA, Powerful Soul, Dead Pat, Michael Larson, Damian Minahan, Crustacean Creep, Brian, Homecat, and Dimondium. Let me know how much this video sucks and how I can improve in the comments below. And real talk, I absolutely mean that seriously, especially now. I feel like Region Freedom has a more direct, practical purpose in existing compared to my other videos. Nobody really knows these games exist due to the language barrier, and I'd like to give them a more tangible, documented footprint in the West. Absolutely all constructive criticism is welcome and desired. Also, a word of warning, the first episode of Region Freedom didn't actually do all that well, so depending on how well this one does, we may not actually get that many episodes that often. Either way, I have tons of Japan-only games I want to play, so new Region Freedom episodes will happen sooner or later. Kono video o mita hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu. Boku no ie o teru kudasaru.
Très bien!
Saru Getchu!
Très bien!
Saru Getchu!
Pense très bien!